This is a square one. It's the only WCA puzzle that can actually shapeshift. And I've always been intimidated by it. But I've overcome my fears, and for the next week, I'm going to be mostly practicing square one to see how good I can get. Let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that I did on day one was I finished watching CubeMaster's square one tutorial, and I learned how to solve parity mid-solve, which I think will help me a lot, because I didn't know parity before. So, yeah. So next thing I did is I did an average of 5 to see how good I was and where I was at, so I could set reasonable goals for this challenge. Here's how I did. Alright, and we're finishing off day one with a solid 3-minute average and a 2-minute 30-second single. I think that's pretty good for just learning it today. And I'm really excited to keep this going, so let's go to day 2. Alright, first things first, I gotta set some goals. So I think for average, I'm gonna go, I think 1 minute 30 seconds will be a good goal. It'll be tough, but I think we can get there in 1 week. And then single, I think it would be pretty cool if I got a sub 1 minute single. So, yeah. Oh my god, I just realized I wasn't filming, but off camera, I got a sub 1 minute 30 average. Like, I literally dropped my average from like 3 minutes from yesterday down to this. How did I get better overnight? Like, I also, like, I got a 104 single and then a 105 that I got counting. Like, here are the times. Like, what? Alright, so starting off day 3, apparently my goals were way too easy to break, so I need to set new goals. For average, I think I'm gonna go for a sub 50 average, because I was able to get a 49-second single while watching a show last night. And yeah, I think I could do that, but as an average. And then for single, I'm gonna go with a sub 40 single, so I have a chance to make cutoff at a competition that I have with square-1. Next thing I did is I watched a tutorial on how to read notation and scramble square-1, so I could, 1, scramble it, and so I could learn algorithms so I could get better in this challenge. Let's go! So I started off day 4 by watching CubeMaster's square-1 tips and tricks video, and I didn't watch all of it yet, but I watched like about 10 minutes of it, and I think it helped a bit. So here are some of the things that I learned. So some important things I learned is that instead of doing like algorithms with like a ton of regrips, as I'm doing here, I can do them with like no regrips at all, which is a lot faster. And another thing I learned is how to do a Z-perm and a H-perm. So how you do an H-perm is M2, U, M2, U2, M2, U, M2. I also learned how to do Z-perm, which is M2, U, M2, U prime, M2. Let's go! Oh my god, what? Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god. Well, in the end, I didn't end up improving my average at all, but I'm kind of happy about that, because I think it would have been a pretty boring video if I had broken one of my goals, like, only halfway through this challenge. And it's still good, and it gives me hope that I can actually do this, because I thought sub 50 average would be pretty challenging, but as you can see, I was able to get a 51 average. So that gives me hope for later in this challenge that I will be able to break my goals. So for day 5, I unfortunately didn't have enough time to do a full average of 5, and I only was able to do 4 solves since I had plans that day. But in those 4 solves, I did this. Yes. Let's go. Wait. That's gonna be... Yes! Yes! Oh my god, wait! That was almost sub 30! Oh wait! I just realized! Wait. First. Okay. Like, really? 42-second average is crazy. So starting off day 6, I decided to learn new finger tricks for my algs and that have like less regrips. And for example, here I have adge. What I would normally do is I would do finger tricks like this. But that has a ton of regrips. Instead, I can just do this. Alright, so then I went on CS Timer and then just started practicing those algorithms, seeing how fast I could get them. And I was able to get them down pretty fast to like around 1.4 seconds. And then I decided to do an average of 5 with my new algs, and yeah. Let's go. Let's go, dude. So the average of the 5 solves that I did was 44.5, which is my 6th best average that I've gotten in this session. But while I was doing that, I was able to get a 37.43 sub 40 average, which is just insane to me. Like, I didn't think that I would go from like 30 minutes on day 1 all the way to 37 on day 6. Like, this is absolutely insane. And I also was able to get a 30.8 single, which isn't PB, but is really close, and I'm really happy that I got that solve. It was, yeah. So for day 7, I decided not to learn any algorithms or anything, and just do an averages 12 to see how far I could bring down my average and single before the challenge ended. Let's go, dude. 27. Let's go. Let's go. What? Oh my god! Oh my god, what? Sub 20? What is that scramble? Ah, I've parody. I didn't notice that. And there it is. Square-1 went from an event that I was scared and intimidated by and didn't want to practice it to an event that I ended up practicing and did pretty good, and I loved it. Like, I can't believe I went from 3 minutes all the way to 17 seconds. That's just insane to me. And I found this challenge really fun, and I'm thinking I might do it for Megaminx in the future. So, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you made it this far, thank you. It means a lot to me. So, yeah. Peace.